What's going on, you guys? It's Logan here with Logan's Lessons, back at it with yet another guitar tutorial for you. Today we're going to be checking out Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Now, if you haven't seen it yet, I'd like to inform you that I did a video on how to achieve the perfect tone for this song, which you can see right here. Now, in the next couple days, I will be releasing a playthrough of this song so that you can play along with me from the beginning to the end of this song. One last thing before we jump in is that if you're having trouble with this or you just need guitar lessons in general, I'm your guy. I offer private one-on-one Skype, Zoom, FaceTime, etc. guitar lessons for a pretty inexpensive price. And I'm willing to give you your first lesson for free. So if you're interested in that, please do not hesitate to hit my email that's down in the description box down below, and I look forward to meeting you. Without any further ado, let's get into it. You are watching Logan's Lessons. Alright, so we'll start from the beginning of the song and move forward throughout it chronologically. So for the first part of this song, all we're going to be doing is going from the 5th fret of our A string to the 7th fret of our A string, back and forth, like this. It does that for 8 bars. Then we get into the main riff of the song. We're starting with our first finger on the 7th fret of our A string, and you're gonna play that twice. And I should note that for this whole riff, you're kind of gonna do a strumming pattern like this. And muting is crucial. So you wanna mute everything that you're not intending to play. Right after that, we're gonna come up with our second finger, our middle finger, up to the 7th fret of our G string. And then our pinky on the 9th fret of our G string. So, like so. And then you do 3 more hits on the 7th fret of your A string. So, like so. Let me play that slowly and play with me. Then you simply go back to the 7th fret of your G string and then up to the 9th fret of your G string. So we have... Then you play your 7th fret 3 more times. It's an up, down, up. So we have... And then you slide down to the 5th fret of your A string. And you have the same kind of pattern where it's just, you just pick your 5th fret twice. And then you go from the 7th to the 9th on your G string. But this time, I like to do it with my pinky finger from 7 to 9. So... like so. So we have... Then you're going to kind of just pick this 5th fret once, and you're going to bend it a little bit. So we have... And then you go to the 7th fret of your E string. Right? So we have... And you do that again, so you're going from 7 to 9. That's kind of the motif here, is the 7 to 9 on our G string. And then we go up to the 8th fret with our middle finger on our E string. And then just 2 down strums on your 8th fret of your E string. And back to the 7th fret of your A string, starting over the riff. So we have... I'll do that again. That, my friends, is for the intro and for the verses of this song. Now, I should mention here that there will be timestamps along the YouTube bar and down in the description box. So make sure you go over each of these sections several times. That will be crucial to your success in mastering this song. Moving on to the chorus. We have 4 chords in the chorus. The first chord being a G major chord, going up to a D bar chord, where you're going to be barring the 5th fret with your first finger and then barring the 7th fret of your D, G, and B strings with your ring finger. Then we're going to a B minor chord, where you're just going to be barring the entire 7th fret with your first finger you're putting your third finger on the 9th fret of your A string and your pinky finger right below that on the 9th fret of your D string. And then finally, we have a special C chord where it's going to be like stair steps. We're going to put our pinky finger on our 10th fret of our D string. Our third finger, our ring finger, is going to be on the 9th fret of our G string. Our second finger, our middle finger, is going to be on the 8th fret of your B string. And the first finger, our index finger, is going to be on the 7th fret of our E string. If that's really difficult for you, you can play a C major bar chord, which will be like if you take your B minor, you move it up a fret, and you put your second finger, your middle finger, on the 9th fret of your G string. But this way is more accurate to the recording. This is what the chorus will sound like. I'll play it a little slowly. Please play along with me. And that, my friends, is the chorus. Moving on, we have the bridge. For the bridge, we're going to take our third finger and we're going to put it on the 14th fret of our A string. Our pinky is going to be right below that on the 14th fret of our D string. And then our first finger, our index finger, is going to be barring the 12th fret of our G and B strings. That is our first chord. And that is our strumming pattern. You're going to mute on your way down, and on your way up, you're going to let the strings ring out. It's kind of a reggae kind of feeling strumming pattern. Then we're going to take it down 2 frets, and we're going to put our middle finger on the 11th fret of our G string. Now I should mention each of these chords has 4 upstrokes. So we have Then we're going to do our first shape where your third finger is going to be on the 9th fret of your A string, your pinky is going to be on the 9th fret of your D string, and your first finger is going to bar across the 7th fret of your G and B strings. You strike that twice, and then we have a little change here. We're actually going to take our first finger and we're going to bar our 7th fret of our D, G, and B strings, and you're going to take your middle finger off and put it on the 10th fret of your B string. You strike that once, and then you're going to do one more chord. But before we get there, let's go over what we have so far. We have and then we're going to hit this chord where it's your first finger is going to be on the 7th fret of your E string, and your middle finger is going to be on the 8th fret of your B string. Right, so we have our next shape we're going to have is going to be like the second shape we had, just down 2 frets. We have play that shape 3 times, and then you slide it up 2 frets to where our second shape originated. Strum that up once. So that's our whole first time through. And then we go back into it again. Now the second time, there's only a few variations to this. Now your first chord, you play it 3 times, then you're going to take your middle finger and yes, on your B string, you're going to put it on the 13th fret. I repeat, on the B string on the 13th fret. You play that once, and then you go down to our second shape, and you play that 3 times. Then Then you just bar the 12th fret and play it on the D, G, and B strings. Now for the second time through, this is what we have. And then the next two chords are easier than the first time. You're just going to do first shape to your second shape on a fret up, like so. So that second part is super simple. So the whole thing in its entirety is like this. And that repeats. So it does that whole thing twice. And then we're into the solo. Starting on the 15th fret of your B string, you're going to bend it up a step. And then you're going to bend it up a step again and then land on the 15th fret. Like that. So we have... Then you do a half step bend and back to your 12th fret. And then the 12th fret of your G string. So we have... Then you do that again, but you make a few small changes. You do the regular first bend, but then after that, you're going to go up to your 17th fret, and you're going to do a full step bend there. Then you're going to hit the 15th fret of your B string again, and then a bend up to your 12th. So far we have... And then what you're going to do is you're going to hit the 15th fret of your B string, then the 12th on your B, and then your 12th on your G. So those are the two different parts of the solo, and they alternate. So it'll sound like this. That is it for this song, my friends. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out in the comments. And as always, if this video helped you, please just hit that like button for me and subscribe. I do this for absolutely free, and I really appreciate the moral support. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. You are watching Logan's Lessons.